everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a foundation review. It is on the Sonia Kashuk Satin Matte Foundation, and it's going to be like a review. This isn't a first impression because I've been wearing it, but I am going to do like a full review and then do a wear it throughout the day and do check-ins with you guys, so you kind of get the idea of like how it wears on me and different things like that. But I'm super excited. I bought this. They finally had it in stock in my shade. I'm in the shade Bisque, I believe. Yeah, which is the lightest shade. It's 01. So I just feel like it's something that not a ton of people talk about. A few people do, like Casey Holmes raves about it. So I do see it on YouTube, but it's not like all over the place, but I felt like it was something I could bring to you guys. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you guys want to see my full review on it and application and wear test and whatever else, then just stick around and let's get into it. Okay, so I am going to start off by priming my face. I'm going to use my Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot and then the NYX First Base priming spray. I am the type of person that no matter what foundation I'm wearing, I will always prime. Even if I'm wearing like a BB cream or a CC cream, one that you don't necessarily have to prime for because it's more of like a moisturizer, I will always go in at least with a mattifying primer, and nothing else. I will go in with like a mattifying primer and then this guy rather than like a thick primer like the Too Faced Hangover RX. I use that one a lot in my videos. If I'm using like a BB cream or a CC cream, I won't use that one because it's more of a moisturizer and I just don't feel like I need it. But a little bit of hydration from this guy will work wonders. I believe in priming unless you have like 100% perfect skin, which if you do, I don't believe you. Bring it on over here so I can see it, because I don't believe that you don't have like pores that need a little bit of filling in, or you don't get oily, or your skin is so dry that you need extra hydration before you put on a product. I don't believe any of that. So bring it on over here and let me see. Here is what the bottle looks like. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous packaging. It's like a soft matte black up here, and then it ombres down into like a clear tube down here at the bottom so you can see the foundation color. It does come with a pump. This thing retails for like $12.99 to $15.99. You can only get it at Target, but it depends at where your Target is located. Mine retailed for $12.99, but I've seen it in other Targets for up to $15.99. So here's what it looks like. I just put out 2 pumps on my hand. So you can see it is pretty runny. Like I said, I'm in #1 Bisque, which matches me pretty well. It's like an ivory shade. If you have porcelain skin, which right now I have a little bit of self-tanner on, so this matches me really well. But if I had no self-tanner on, it can be like a tiny, tiny bit too dark, so it just depends on what powder I use. Sometimes I can counteract that with the powder. I do prefer to apply it with a beauty sponge. So this is the Eco Tool sponge. For the sake of the video, I will also use a brush so you guys can see that. This is the Royal Enlang Nickel Nickel paddle brush. I have the whole set that they came out with, so I'm just going to take it and dot it on both sides of my face. But we will go ahead and go in with the brush on this side. I also just feel like I get more coverage with the sponge with this foundation, because this is what it looks like. So that's that side. So this is that side. To me, this is like a really like light to medium coverage when you just do it like that. And then I'm going to go in over here and pat it in. And just working that in with a sponge, I feel like I get medium coverage on this side, whereas this one is like a light to medium. So that's the other reason. I'm just going to go ahead and finish off, like kind of layer it up a bit. So it layers up really, really nicely. I don't ever have any issues with it clinging to anything, even if I had a dry patch. Like, I don't find it clinging to it. It doesn't accentuate my pores. It doesn't make them like look blurred out or anything like that, but it doesn't accentuate them. And I don't find that this foundation oxidizes. Like I said, I'll wear it throughout the day and show you guys, but I don't find that it oxidizes on me. And I don't find that it accentuates any of my pimples. So I have like a breakout right here, and it didn't cover it up 100%. Like I still need to go ahead and put concealer on that. But there's a lot of foundations that just won't cover a pimple at all. It'll just set the foundation around it. So it makes it really difficult to wear if you have any form of a breakout. So this is what it looks like. Like I said, this was 2 layers of it. Still just a really nice medium coverage. You can layer it up even more if you want to go full coverage. Personally, I'd rather just go in with a powder that's going to add a little bit of coverage as well, versus layering on more, or put concealer in the areas that I really feel like I need it. And it is truly a satin matte foundation. So it doesn't have a complete flat and matte texture to it. You can see just a tiny bit of a sheen, so it's not really a natural finish because natural would have more of a sheen, but it just has like a tiny bit of a sheen. So like I said, that was 2 pumps. I used up all 2 pumps to do all of that, and I had some layering going on. I'm going to use a little bit of the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and just put that kind of underneath my eyes where I have some darker circles. And then I'm going to take the NYX HD Studio Studio Concealer, and I'm just going to layer this guy. And I'm going to show you guys how well concealer blends over the top of it, because a lot of the times I do have a foundation that works really well. It sits nicely on the skin, but concealers just don't blend in with it. So I've used this foundation with this concealer. This is the, like I said, the NYX concealer. I've also used it with the Tarte Shape Tape, and that one works really well. I've used it with the Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer. I've used it with a number of different ones, and every time it seems to do the same thing. It blends really well. Everything that I put on top of it always blends in really well. Alright, so that's what it looks like. It looks like it blended really well on top of my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. Right now it is 1:04. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then I will check in with you guys. Alright guys, so I'm back. Everything is on. Don't mind the mascara. I'm still waiting for it to dry so I can get it off, but I just wanted to go ahead and move on. So this is what it looks like with the full face of makeup on. You can tell that my skin looks a lot more blurred. Oh, I forgot to put on setting spray. So I did go ahead and cream contour, and I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera, but it looks really good. I used the Wet n Wild Cushion Contour, and it doesn't like blend away any of the foundation when I go through to blend it out, which is amazing because most of the time it will move your foundation underneath. And then I went in with the e.l.f. finishing powder. This is from their Bare Essentials line or something like that. This one's in the shade Fair Light. So I just went ahead and put this over the top, and basically what that did is just did what I said, is smoothed everything out. So as long as you sorry about the planes. There's an air show going on today, so like you'll hear planes all the time through this video. But it'll just go ahead and smooth all of that stuff out, so you can't see this pimple here anymore. I just put a tiny bit of concealer on it, and then with the powder it was smoothed and blurred out. So even though it only had like a medium layer on my face, things still look nice and airbrushed. So like I said, I'm just going to take you guys along with my day. I don't really know what I'm going to do today. I'll probably go to the dog park. Maybe I'll take you guys there so you can see Banjo play. And I don't know if I'm going to be running any errands, but I definitely have a lot of housework to do. So I probably won't film that. But I'm going to check in a couple of times. Right now, after I set it down with powder, the only shine you see is from my highlight. You don't see the shine of the foundation anymore. So it's definitely matte. It's definitely comfortable. You don't feel it on the skin. It's really lightweight. So honestly, it doesn't feel like I have anything on my face right now, which is awesome. So anyways, yeah. I think I forgot to tell you, but you get 0.88 fluid ounces in this foundation. So it's not even a full fluid ounce. it's almost there. So $12.99 is kind of pricey, but if you're aware of Sonia Kashuk products, they are a little bit on the higher end of the spectrum for drugstore makeup. Now, a lot of companies are going up there into the 10 plus range for a majority of their products, especially foundations. Most foundations at the drugstore are not under $10 anymore. So realistically, she's still kind of like right on point with the price of her products. So it's just kind of up to you and what works for your skin. So anyways, I will check in with you guys later. So we're at the dog park. Hi, Banjo. Banjo. I think he's getting ready to take a shit. It's usually what it means when he starts to ignore everything. Alright guys, so let's see, what time is it? I don't even know. We were at the dog park. We got there like at 4-ish. It's now like 6. We ran into a lot of dogs to play with, huh, Banjo? He's watching some people outside. But yeah, so we were like out there doing that, so I didn't even do a check-in. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell because it's like really overcast and stuff, but it's definitely starting to look shiny here, like across my cheeks and on my forehead. Like I definitely want to blot. I will say that the weather today is a lot cooler, so I mean it's been on for 5 hours. Normally, usually at about 4 or so, I would probably have to blot. So I guess this really isn't like that far off. But I'm definitely going to go home and blot because I don't have any blotting sheets in my car right now. But yeah, so that's an update. It's just to the point that I feel like it needs to be blotted. Definitely nothing too bad. It looks like it's creased a little bit here in my expression lines, but like I said earlier, actually maybe it wasn't this video. I said it in a video that I just genetically have like really deep expression lines. Like I have really deep expression lines on my forehead. I have really wrinkly underlines, under eyes, and I have deep expression lines right here. I've just always had them. So no matter what foundation I wear, it's always creasing and it's always settling into that. So if you have that problem, like things typically settle into your like expression lines, then you'll see it with this foundation, but I see it with literally everything that I have, so to me it doesn't really matter. But alright, I'll just check in with you guys later. Alright guys, so we are gonna do this last check-in vlog style. So it is 10 o'clock right now. I'm getting ready to take off my full face of makeup. That's why my lipstick is all janky, so don't mind that because I didn't want to reapply when I'm just gonna go take it off. But yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit oily. I can feel my oil starting to poke through again. And I can feel it on my hand, but it's definitely not anything that I would necessarily need to go ahead and blot already. I could probably wait another hour or two before I would need to blot again. So it actually feels great. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. It doesn't feel like it's starting to clump together. It's not getting splotchy anywhere. And it's not like going patchy or anything like that. I think it has faded a little bit down here along the jawline, but nothing major. Like if I went in with a little bit of powder and just touched up those areas too, they could last throughout the rest of the day to add that like a little bit of coverage back in. So yeah, anyways, that is it for this video. I do absolutely love this foundation. I think it's great. I definitely think it's hydrating enough that people with like normal combination or oily skin can wear it. I don't know if it would necessarily be the best thing for people with dry skin. I don't know if it would cling to your patches. I don't have any dry patches, so I can't really test that out, but I definitely think anywhere from like normal, combination, or oily can probably wear this and be good to go because it is so hydrating. But yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.